Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go through my baby registry for my second baby. So this is a second time mom baby registry list. Now I want to emphasize, make clear that this is a registry that I'm putting together for my second child. So there are a lot of things that I already had or have from my first child. If you are a first-time mom and you want a full comprehensive list of my top used baby products, I've made actually a couple of videos on this topic. So I will link the first video up above where I talk about my must-have baby products. I kind of break it down into splurge versus save. So that one is a little bit more focused on like different types of products that are maybe not necessary. I also secondarily made a video that is a little bit more focused on baby's entire first year and my most used products during the entire first year. So one or both of those videos would be a lot more useful if you are a first-time mom and want like a full comprehensive list of like everything I recommend for baby's first year. However, I am a second-time mom, and if you are also a second-time mom trying to figure out like best things to add for your registry as a second-time mom, then this video is for you. So I also want to mention I'm going to have 2 under 2, so there are a few things on my list that may not be as relevant if your kid or kids are farther apart in age, if your firstborn is a little bit older. I also just quickly wanted to mention this time around I did decide to register on Amazon as well as Babylist. So the reason for that was there was some confusion with Babylist with my first, and it just was a little bit more complicated than I would have liked. So I wanted to simplify, do just a separate registry on Amazon. Most of my products are there, and then I did a few items over on Babylist. So we're gonna pull up my registry together and look at it and go through kind of line by line, and I'll share why I've added each of these things. First off, we have clothing, and one more thing to mention, my first is a girl, my second is a boy, so that's actually a big reason why there's a lot of things on here that I probably would not need if I was having, the same gender. So first off, we have clothes, and for my baby clothing, it's really just personal preference. I'll actually show you on Babylist is where I have majority of the clothes because they're from like different stores and things. But these are just a few pieces that I liked from Amazon. So put those on there. My first, she has Air Force Ones and they're so cute. So I thought that would be fun to have for baby boy as well. For bathing, again, I already have majority of the bath time stuff, but all of my baby girl's towels are pink. So I wanted to get some more like gender neutral towels for baby boy. And then one thing that I thought would be useful or helpful in general was anything that's kind of like disposable, consumable is a great thing to put on your registry. So I do have, the baby wash shampoo that I really like to use. Things like that are going to be really smart to register for. But that's all I have in bathing because again, I have bath toys, I have sponges, I have washcloths, I have all that stuff. So moving on to diapering, again, this is all pretty much disposable items, right? So I have more like diaper pail refills. I thought that would be a good thing to just kind of stock up on during this baby shower. Diaper rash cream, of course, and healing ointment. Again, I just kind of use this for any sort of dry skin that baby has. I registered for a ton of diapers. I thought, we are gonna go through a lot of diapers. So if nothing else, I would love to receive just lots and lots of diapers for this baby. As for feeding, I have burp cloths. Again, this is one that my current stash supply of burp cloths are all pink and girly. So I wanted some gender neutral ones. I put green ones on here. Her water sippy cups are all pink, so I have some blue ones on here. Same with all of her like plates and bibs. So baby boy is getting his own set of plates, bowls, bibs, etc. And then bottles. So one tidbit that tip information that I did receive was that anything that is like silicone and has touched breast milk should be replaced. So this is things like bottles. If you have glass bottles, you would just need to replace the nipples, breast pump parts, binkies, that type of thing. So anything like that has been like in baby's mouth or touched breast milk sounds like it should be replaced. So that's just a good like FYI. So I do have a new set of bottles on my list. I liked these ones the most for my first, and of course like we'll see if he likes them as well. I thought, this is a great time to put on a few cute little nighttime nursing gowns for myself. Again, as a second time mom, you're not registering for a ton of stuff, so I thought this could be, you know, nice to have. I did do a second monitor and monitor setup. Basically, I really like the Hello Baby monitor camera setup, and you can actually just add a second camera to your monitor. So this is what we used for our firstborn, and I figured it would be pretty easy to just add a second camera for the second baby. So I did that, and somebody already bought us that whole setup, which is really, really awesome. And then I also just have lotion on here. Again, consumable things that you run out of. Nursery bedding and essentials. So again, because we're gonna have 2 under 2, that means that I'm gonna need a second crib and that whole setup. I know not everybody is gonna need that. If your, you know, firstborn is already out of their crib, you obviously wouldn't need to replace some of these things or buy duplicates. But I just put like a baby blanket on here as like a thing that I'm definitely gonna need. All of my firstborns' baby blankets are pink. A new crib pad. I did only put the 1 pack on here because I already have a 2 pack. So this is more like just to have a spare. If one of them has an accident or something like that, then we have at least 1 spare. I did quite a few swaddle options. I definitely am like a sleep sack swaddle fan. Again, most of my firstborns are pink girly colors, so I thought it would be nice to just have some new sleep sack swaddles. Same thing for bassinet sheets, replacing those, and then a couple sound machines. So one for the nursery and one as our portable sound machine. I was like kind of torn. I'm still kind of torn if we really need the second portable sound machine, but in theory, like if we're traveling on vacation or something, I would like the kids in separate rooms. So we'll see if that ends up being necessary, I guess. They may end up sleeping in the same room, and it may be that we really only needed one, the one that we already have, but I thought it would be nice to just have a second one handy just in case. I do have a dresser on here right now. At the moment, the image is not available. Maybe it, oh no, it looks like it. I'll have to find a new dresser to put on the registry. I do have a crib, and then I have the Newton Baby crib mattress, which is what I have for my current child. Again, she's gonna be in her crib for probably the next like year. Her crib comes with like the toddler rail and all of that stuff. So in theory, like I would keep her in her crib until she's probably like pushing 3. So yeah, realistically, like they're both going to be using, you know, their mattress and everything for a while. Next, within nursing, I have milk bags, again, disposable things that you go through quickly. So I'm registered for some of those. I did put on a Haka here. I wanted to try the Ladybug. I had the regular Haka last time, and I'm not sure if I should replace that or not. It is like silicone, and it did obviously touch a lot of breast milk, so I might also put like the regular Haka on here too. Not sure, but as of right now, I just have the Ladybug one because I wanted to try that. And then I also heard good things about this Medela manual breast pump. I thought this could be also kind of handy to have, so put that on there. These were just more like different things I wanted to try this time. I did submit a new insurance claim for a new breast pump. My first breast pump was like one of the wearable hands-free ones, so you can like walk around and do stuff, and I ended up borrowing my sister's Spectra breast pump. So I was like, you know what, for my second baby, I'm just gonna get my own Spectra pump. And yeah, so I do have that on the way. And then honestly, the last thing I have on my registry is for another car seat. So right now our 15-month-old is in like basically this Graco car seat, and that means we have our infant car seat available for baby number 2, but I figured you might as well register for the slightly bigger one. You know, you're making a registry anyway, so you might as well put some of these things on there. So yeah, I put the new car seat on there for him when he's a little bit bigger, probably like when he's closer to 1. And then the last thing was just the stroller attachment for the second seat for, I do have the UPPAbaby Vista stroller, so the second seat for that. And I will say, like, yeah, the UPPAbaby stroller is a little bit more expensive, but I did register for that. intentionally back with my first because I knew we wanted at least 2 kids, so I thought that was really smart to just like have that, and I'm glad that we did. So this should be an easy thing to add on. Next, I wanted to talk about some Grownsy products. So Grownsy actually sent me a few products to try out for our second baby. The first one is a car camera, and this is actually something that I kind of wish that I had with my first. So it's instead of a mirror, it's a camera, so it just like shows, you know, them in the back, and it's a lot, I think, probably easier to see. The camera part goes like up on your dash basically, so it's a lot easier to see them than like a mirror. So I'm really excited to try this out. And then the other thing that Grownsy sent me is a baby carrier. So I definitely know that with 2 kids, especially a toddler, I'm going to be baby wearing a lot, and so having a really, you know, nice helpful carrier is going to be super important to making my life easier, you know. So if you don't have a baby carrier and you're having a second, you are 100% going to want a baby carrier for your second one. And I do like a lot of features about this one. It looks like it's really easy to wear, easy for travel, can go up to 44 pounds for the baby, up to 36 months. So you can definitely, you know, wear this for a long time if you want to. And I already have used some other Grownsy products. I have the bottle warmer, I have the nasal aspirator, and I really like both of those products. So I highly recommend Grownsy in general as, you know, a company to use. Their products are high quality and they've worked really well for me so far, so I'm excited to kind of add these to my collection of their products. And just a quick thank you to Grownsy for sending me these products to try out. Okay, and lastly, I just wanted to pop over to my baby list registry, and honestly, the only things I have on my baby list registry are clothes, socks, jackets, pajamas, that type of thing. So again, this is all really because all of my clothes that I have right now are pink girly. I even like went through them the other day and I pulled out a few items that I had that were more gender neutral, but most of the stuff I have, even if it's like white or tan or something, it has like maybe like little ruffles or things like that that just aren't exactly the most boyish thing to wear. So yeah, unfortunately do need a lot of new clothes, and that's okay because, you know, I like buying baby clothes. They're all so cute, so it's kind of fun to shop around and see what's out there for baby boy clothes. But yeah, that's the only things that I have on baby list, and the reason for that is because I have done a lot of my shopping on Babylist from like a variety of websites, and what's nice about Babylist is that you can just like quickly add stuff onto your registry whenever you're just browsing on that website. So if you're browsing on like Old Navy, you can link it to your Babylist registry. So that's like one convenient thing about Babylist. Instead of having to make like an Old Navy registry, you can just like link Old Navy and Target and Kate and Lane, or I don't know, different brands like directly to the Babylist website. So I do like that feature. But that is all that I'm registering for baby number 2. It's really not that long of a list. It's mostly just like boy colored items and some replacements, and then things that like we go through quickly, like diapers, milk storage bags, and things like that. So yeah, that's basically it. And I also will mention, like, on our registry, or sorry, on our invitation for our baby shower, it also happens to be that we're having our baby shower during the holiday season. And so I kind of wanted to have on there, like, I know it's, you know, an expensive time of year, so if you know, don't want to spend money on a gift, like, we also would happily, you know, accept like freezer meals. I worded it a lot better, but I just wanted to throw that out there. If you're not sure if you want to have like a shower or a sprinkle for baby number 2, another way that you could kind of celebrate them and help yourself out is either like a nesting party where you have friends come over and help you, you know, nest and set up for baby, or you could just do something where you like ask for freezer meals or things like that to just, you know, again, kind of help you prepare while you have a newborn and potentially, you know, a toddler or a second child as well. So anyways, that is my complete list of my baby registry for baby number 2. If you have any items that you think, like if you have 2 kids, if you had 2 under 2, and there's something that you're like, you really need this, like it was really helpful to have 2 of these items or something like that, please do let me know, because I would love to, you know, make sure that my registry is very comprehensive and, you know, I'm not missing anything. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, please let me know down in the comments. But that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.